Ambazonia will be offered to you tomorrow. Will you be ready? Will you be ready for governance? Do you have the institutions and expertise in terms of human capacity and state institutions to transform that space into one where our children can say, we fought a good fight? The reason why we are here is not simply because we want to create an alternative platform or pool our resources together. It's because we reject fraud. I don't know why you fight. I know all of us say we fight for independence, and I always remind you, independence is an abstract political construct. You fight for that abstract political construct, not as an objective. There are the micro issues within that political construct that you fight for. The right as a woman to have equal rights within your own country, to have opportunity in terms of education, to have a good health system that can take care of the weak and the sick, stop a woman dying every minute and giving birth. Those are the real issues we fight for. We fight for transparency. I invite every one of you to reject fraud. Reject it from the depth of your heart, and no matter what the opponent, the violent minority tells you.
Yes, we will be people who will stand on the truth. We live by the truth. We'll be guided by the truth. We'll do things based on the truth. We'll be Ambazonia. And this, the Ambazonia Governing Council. And that all peoples have the right of self-determination. By virtue of that right, they freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development. International Bill of Rights, Part 1, Article 1, 1966. Yesterday, we talked for Una. 2 days ago, the Vice President of Ambazonia Governing Council can't talk for Una. If you want to make things that work for your life, do them with truth. No matter place where you go. If you want to make things that work for your life, do them with truth. Get a heart where be guided by the truth. I joined the Ambazonia Governing Council for be a member and accept for be an official of the Ambazonia Governing Council. Now, after years of careful examination of all Ambazonian political movements, I joined the Ambazonia Governing Council and I accept for be an official of the Ambazonia Governing Council. Now, after years of careful examination and study of every other Ambazonia political movement. So we're not there for here by accident. Because any slight mistake where you make them, your life, you go die, or you end up in jail. I repeat them. For this business of liberation and the politics of self-determination. If you know they with an organization will be founded on the truth, it be guided by the truth, it operate based on the principles of truth, you will get yourself killed or you will end up in jail. That's why it take me time. I study every movement to understand the leaders, whether they get any guiding principles. We anchor them as an organization for a long-term strategy and plan. I study every single movement. I support the IG of Ayoktabe, Siseko Ayoktabe. I support them. I raise money for them. I be involved for the drafting of their new constitution at the time. I support Sako IG. I raise money for them. I be the number one leadership advisor to Sako. I dey teach Sako how for go for outside for go communicate. I dey write send them for Sako for how Sako will go talk for outside. I support my trip for Boya. Don't study Dr. Akwanga, your organization. Study the character of all the leaders. Look into their Gobalas, the consortium, and all the rest. I don't check them all. And the only movement is the Ambazonia Governing Council. Are the only movement we get any foundation for give Ambazonia independence. Not because I be an official of the Ambazonia Governing Council, but because as a researcher, for me for commit myself, for commit my own life. Not until we get for take them very lightly. This thing they get consequences. If you not stand for do the right thing, we go walk. So 2 days ago, the vice president can't talk for una. Why the vice president can't talk for una? Why be say the egg of sea not the only movement where they give an update whether we lost soldier, they can't give an update. Whether we get commander be killed, they can't give an update. Whether commander be wounded, they can't give an update. Whether we lost a camp, they can't give an update. Whether we do now which kind of diplomacy, they can't give an update. Why be saying that the only movement? Because near movement, because near liberation struggle. Because near future. Because now all we as a people would pay the price. And so if you not be part of, if you pay the price, if you suffer, you die, you go through pain, you go through suffering, you make all these sacrifices. And then they can't give you an update of your journey. What are things that you work, or things that need to work, what are which kind of adjustment you need for makeup? Then how you go and you know what to go on? The egg of C1 make you be part of the daily conversation, the daily decision, so that you know how things that go on, whether would they adjust, whether would they make progress, or will be stagnant. That's why the court case for Dr. Cho it be very important because it be directly tied to the recognition of Ambazonia. That's why we can't update una. It be directly tied to the international system. The victory of Dr. Cho in court case. Now the first step of the recognition of Ambazonia. The victory of Dr. Cho in court case for Norway. Now the first step for international recognition of Ambazonia. Because Dr. Cho now the political leader and the commander-in-chief of Ambazonian liberation. So if I make all man begin to get this understanding, we'll be people of sense. Since they arrest Dr. Cho, we don't tell Una, you don't get anything for do with Cameroon and France and the traitors, their propaganda. You get everything for do with the political motives for contain the leader, contain the organization, and contain the resistance. You get everything to pursue a strategy of decapitation. That means say for cut the head of the liberation struggle. For chop the head. And once you chop the head, the body go die. That the primary motives, intentions of Cameroon and France. They fail. They pursue the strategy of decapitation, they fail. That means say, if the fit take the lion man himself, the fit take the Moses of Ambazonia, if the fit catch it, then as you need for run. Then Dr. Nyi need for run. Then Mami Wole need for run. Benedikwa need for run. Then all the commanders on the ground, they need for run. Now the whole game this of Norway and France and Cameroon. Now for frightening everybody. But they don't understand, say, we'll be people of stamina. We need to abandon our people them. We need to betray our people them. We sign a contract with the Ambazonian people them. A social, sacred contract. We take an oath. You take Dr. Cho, Dr. Nyi go lead. Because I'm part of the oath for fulfill the Ambazonian promise. So when they fail for their first strategy, for decapitate, for contain, their story start for change. Once the corruption reach for Norway, the corruption reach not be Norway as a state, but we talk about the intelligence services of Norway. Once France be succeed for corrupt certain officials within the intelligence services of Norway, the state prosecutor, the police prosecutor, Annette Berge. Once the compromisee, the corruptee, the bribee, they start to move the case every month, and for 5 months. After 5.5 months, the judge don't decide. You, the Ambazonian people, don't achieve no victory. There are nonsense about the case of crimes against humanity. Now just for use them for gain international attention, that they call and say media sensationalization. Now for create a story, we go make people the one listen to the story. Okay. Now for gain media attention, for cause newspapers, bloggers, activists, make the focus on Dr. Cho and talk about crimes against humanity without them defining the crimes against humanity. When that one failed, the judge, they asked them, they not fit go for ground zero for go carry out the investigations of crimes against humanity. Now, as they talk, Fufu don't tight for their neck. Madam Annette Berger, enough to present any evidence whatsoever in front of the judge after 5.5 months. The judge talks say that time don't reach for free Dr. Cho. They change story from crimes against humanity to, oh, the ban on brasseries. Ah, okay. Interesting. The woman don't change story. Case don't close for crimes against humanity. But enough you come off outside. Can't tell the world. Say they don't drop all the charges against crimes against humanity on Dr. Cho because there's no evidence. And wait till that one get for do with the ban on brasseries. For after how many months? They don't deprive this man of his freedom, blackmailing him. But that's something where he says he already prepare himself for all these scenarios. And from all our brothers and sisters, they will be present for court. They lead a day in the best spirit. Because he know what he stand for. He know what he be made up of. He know what he don't prepare himself for. You know, so as long as he stand for the truth, and he never ever do anything, we broke international law. He never ever give order, may they kill any Ambazonia. But they don't talk say, if they find any person when I spy, number one, make the judge, they create a civilian military tribunal, they bring it for it, they present evidence, the judge, and if the person is spy, then the Ambazonia forces, they get for take action. That one they be talking for follow as part of international law. Number one, you must judge the person. Not if you just talk say the person is spy, you go kill him. You bring the civilian population, you bring the defense officials, they look into, present all the evidence. Yes. That one they be talking. So you not consider anything about crimes against humanity. So now, matter don't reach for place where now a day, for place where a day, the Ambazonia people don't achieve their victory. The judge don't talk to Dr. Cho, they get for release as Madam State Prosecutor, corrupted by France and Cameroon, he don't decide say, now, he, Madam State Prosecutor, he go file an appeal. Madam State Prosecutor one go challenge Mr. Court. France, their State Prosecutor, they corrupt. He talks, he go challenge, he go file an appeal against the judge a decision. Now when the judge laugh, he say, okay, well, we didn't afford the court of law. You file an appeal against the decision with me, the judge, I go take him, with the court go take him. That's fine. The court goes also look into it, right? No problem, no day. So, in the next few days, I leave and make the process play itself out. The judge already make a decision. I leave and make the process play itself out. No man, no need for worry. You don't need for fear. The victory na your own. And that victory, it be irreversible. Cameroon and France, if you go up, if you come down. One thing be very certain. As we don't know now, wait till they pain them. As we don't know now, they say, na the stoppage of economic exploitation, na it be Cameroon and France, their number one concern. Now the thing that they pain them. Now the thing that they worry them. The law with the egg of sea put them as part of the liberation strategy. We don't understand the strategy, right? Number one, self-defense. And the purpose of self-defense, now for make the territory ungovernable to Cameroon's occupation. Now for delegitimize Cameroon, and then we'll go for the second step. You stop all economic exploitation activities. Now the second strategy on the ground that stop all economic exploitation activities. Why? Because the reason of the occupation na economic exploitation of Ambazonian natural resources for take the money for go keep Cameroon functioning as a state. Without Ambazonia, the state of Cameroon enough is survive economically. They decide for change Ambazonia and make Ambazonia, I say like part of Cameroon, the moment they discover say Ambazonia be very wealthy. Say Ambazonia be very rich. Say Ambazonia be full of abundance of natural resources and wealth. Now for they decide say they must take Ambazonia by force. And the basis that will it lead for Cameroon for organize the fraudulent we and yes referendum for 72. The moment they discover the wealth of Ambazonia, now for them now they go for integrate Ambazonia into Cameroon. So we understand the basis of the occupation now for the exploitation of Ambazonian natural resources. If Ambazonia no be get nothing, they forget nothing for do with Ambazonia. So that's why the egg of CBB very smart for tell the Ambazonian people say part of the liberation calculus now for integrate a strategy within the strategy of to stop all economic exploitation. I want to see how successful it will be. 2017, 2018, 2019, the all of CDC and all of PAMO, it will already be shut down. Sonara don't fall. So Cameroon be lost almost 95%, if not 99%, of all the economic exploitation activities from Ambazonia. Right up until now, Cameroon not get the 400 billion CFA will be required for reconstruct Sonara. They need about 350 billion for complete the rehabilitation of CDC. They need another 200 billion for complete the rehabilitation of PAMOR. That's why Brazzaville will be one of the activities where they help the Cameroon government for make 200 billion CFA every year for profit. So when you the year say France, it don't can give Cameroon 40 billion for economic aid. Think about it. Only the profit from Brazzaville alone for inside that they take from Ambazonia, that one are the profit. 200 billion. Out of the 200 billion, France take 40 billion. It come back, can't talk say don't give Cameroon 40 billion as aid. Or like the French ambassador come for Bamenda the other day. It can't talk say they say the France go give 30 billion for the reconstruction of the city of Bamenda. Now the same money where they don't use them for exploit Ambazonia, they take them for can't use them for help you, for reoccupy you. The economic exploitation where Cameroon, the money where Cameroon they make them from Ambazonia, now the money where Cameroon they use them for buy the weapons, train the bees, pay the bees, equip the bees. Now that money that they take them for train the bees. That's why we insist for cut the economic exploitation lifeline. The thing where they give Cameroon money for fund the war and for keep Ambazonia under occupation. Now the thing that way it must be one number one priority for staff the enemy. Its sources of finance. And if you look at for every war for this world, for some of us who study these processes and how these things that work, for the first thing that they do them, now for find the source of your finances and for stop them. Whether that the war between Russia and Ukraine, the first thing with the Western world, including Norway, be doing, Now for sanction Russia, for crumble the Russian economy, and for make sure say Russia not fit sell things to the international market, for Russia for get money, for fight the Western proxy war and NATO proxy war for Ukraine. Second thing they do, they block all Russia a foreign currency reserve. Russia get $300 billion, 300 billion euros, where they don't put them for the various financial institutions for Europe as their foreign currency reserve. The West, it block Russia, make Russia not get access to that money. So we, for people then for the egg of sea, will be people of sense. We do things so that we win this liberation war as quickly as possible. Economic sabotage na number one strategy for Ambazonia for gain its independence and freedom. You must starve the occupier of any ability and any means for make money from Ambazonia. Without money, Cameroon not fund the war. Without money from Ambazonia, Cameroon as a state enough fund itself. We not even need for the kill a Kerebe. All we need for do now for focus on stopping the exploitation of Ambazonian natural resources. Now number one priority of the war that for all the 13 states. If you notice, the moment Cameroon realize and say don't fall economically, they go bring in the people, then where they go can help them for revive CDC. Cameroon government, he pay 1 billion CFA, where these enablers them within. They ask the Cameroon government. Cameroon government, they give a cash money for 650 million where they carry them cash. They go give them for FACO, for the people there they handle all the fighters of FACO. 650 million, they carry them for hand. They go give them. So that make CDC start, and so that make the the water way they make them for near Tico Day. I think that's Supermon, if I not be mistaken. For that natural water, how they call them? I don't forget the name. For make sure say make it not close down. 650 million. So when if you understand, if they make 200 billion a year and they spend 650 million, chicken change, right?
Mimi Mayfor is the CDC deal. Dr. Samuel Komesago cannot say it did not exist because I took it to him.
Okay, so make all we understand the game of the occupier. Ambazonia in number one priority. Now for bankrupt Cameroon. The quickest way for win this war. Not be na many kelebe you go kill him. Not be na many bees you go kill him. Not be na many armor cars you go jam them down. Or you explode them. All those things they be important, but those things they be secondary. Without money, Cameroon nothing exists. 65% of all the money where Cameroon use them as a state, it come on for Ambazonia. So now Ambazonia, it hold the key for the existence of Cameroon. Ambazonia na the financial, social, economic, political oxygen where Cameroon it depend on for the survival of Cameroon and for the survival of the occupation state. Once you understand this one, you know place where how to fight the enemy and how for quickly the Ambazonian people, if all Ambazonian forces, as we do them now, we bring all Ambazonian forces and we implement one common strategy in the next 90 days, the Cameroon state as a state will crumble. All we need for do, now for all we, Ambazonians, the Ambazonian people them, and Ambazonian forces, we focus our energy on stopping economic exploitation activities. Because the premise of the occupation is economic exploitation. Economic exploitation is the only thing we keep Cameroon for Ambazonia. That's why we must stop all economic exploitation activities in Ambazonia, because they not get the consent of the Ambazonian people then for exploit our natural resources. Because they need to take the profit from economic exploitation for develop Ambazonia. There is no reciprocity. They need to take the profit of CDC for develop Ambazonia. They need to take the profit of palm oil for develop Ambazonia. They need to take the profit from timber exploitation for develop Ambazonia. They need to take the profit of brasseries for develop Ambazonia. They need to take the profit of Supermont for develop Ambazonia. They carry them all now for make sure say they run the state of Cameroon. They need to take the profit of Sonora for develop Ambazonia. Water for drink no day, light no day. Schools, they still dey like schools of the 12th century. The ground where people did work is still dey like a country of the Stone Age. The social look of the country is still dey like people that they live inside cave. There is hopelessness and misery everywhere. But on top, we'll be surrounded by wealth. But we'll be surrounded by abundance. I thank you, AC, and for telling we say we'll get time. But we'll be surrounded by abundance. That's why this victory for Norway, the victory where Ambazonia don't achieve for Norway, it be so important for vindicate this man. They don't do everything because of his charisma, because of his intelligence, because he stand on the truth, because he stand on principles. They don't do everything. They don't hire all kind people them for blackmail, sabotage, assassinate. They don't do everything humanly possible. We go see place where the traitors, they go hide their face. Because in the coming days, or if they drag them too much, maybe a few weeks, when he walk free, we will see place where all their media propagandists, all the traitors, all the internal spoilers, all the Christianus and the rest, where they do with the arrestee, they clap their hand, they go pop champagne, they jubilate. We go see places they go hide their faces. Because the release of Dr. Cho, the victory we don't get time for Norway, and the release are the first step of Ambazonia independence. Are the first step of Ambazonia independence. Are the first step of international recognition. So we get faith. We know what to do. We know how to fight them. We know how to go about these things. The lobby firm for the United States, if we don't understand, when I see the timing of the egg of sea, when they go get a lobby firm, when they go sign a contract, forget lobbyist. Now all part of the game where you must know how for play them, when for inject certain strategies, when for stop certain strategies, when for continue certain strategies, when for reinforce certain strategies. You must understand the environment where you operate there. If you want to win, you need to just do things anyhow. You must get a strategy and you must be a master of strategies. Because you must constantly evaluate your environment, evaluate the actions of the opponent, their strength and their weaknesses, and then you calibrate for set yourself up so that you be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps ahead of them. The case between Ambazonia and Cameroon, for any place where they carry them go inside court or any negotiating table, now a matter of black and white. There's no dispute. Now in this, and they document this for now part of the document this for the Canada pre-talks. Now part of the document this, man, for the Canada pre-talks. Now part of the document this. Man, no give that. I don't want to give too much information for out here. Now in that, I see what I want to see. I see what I want to see. And that elements of roadmap. And that for the and the document this. Now part of the document this. So won't understand. We'll be masters of this game. Time will be where we'll get story about how we knock Cameroon off. We'll make all them, they run for their table. They go high. Because enough you answer one question. Make they can't tell the Ambazonian, make they tell Canada, the United States, the United Nations, Norway, Switzerland, Ireland, where they be witness for the negotiation. Make they tell them how Ambazonia is part of La République. They know if you answer that question. May they bring any legal document where it shows say the Ambazonian people if they sign any treaty of union with Cameroon, they know fit, they go run. All right. So ground zero. When I don't do so fine, when I don't give una best, when I give una all, when I give una ultimate. This thing they come to an end very soon. We get for go back, go refocus for stopping all economic exploitation activities. They bring people them inside this liberation struggle for take all the gains them who don't make them, sell them back for Cameroon, and then abandon una. When I know them, I don't want to go back for these stories. I be a person of forward thinking. I don't want to go back for all this cry story. Them they do with this, they do with that. It's part of the journey. Now all part of the war. You learn, you move on. We get for go back. For hit the enemy very hard. For strike the enemy very hard. All the things that they give them money must be the focus of the resistance. A kelebe, killing a kelebe, blowing up trucks, those things therefore be secondary. The number one priority now economic, now the stoppage of all economic exploitation activities. The killing of a kelebe, fighting a kelebe, those are all acts of self-defense and protecting your territorial gains. Liberation, and for take away all the incentives where they keep Cameroon from Ambazonia. When we stop all the economic exploitation activities, the Cameroon government, it no go get money for the pay all the enablers, for pay the DOs, for pay the governors, for pay the SDOs. You no go get the money for pay the Bs. You no go get money for put petrol or diesel for those armor cars. You no go get money for the move them from point A to point B. We must focus on the thing where now they keep them for Ambazonia. Without Ambazonia natural resources, there is no occupation. All the colonial house of chiefs, the new colonial regional parliament, so they don't create them. Their budget, the only small budget they give them, the only budget for pay them and the staff for the whole year. They don't get even money for themselves for whole meeting. They don't get money. Na nyamfuka institutions for blackmail the Ambazonian people, deceive the Ambazonian people, and deceive the international community. The budget for the one for what they call a Southwest, na 2 billion. The budget for the one for Northwest, what they call a Northwest, na 2 billion. Now only for pay all those enablers their salary month to month to month for 12 months. As they said, they complain. They don't even know how they cook the chop that they cook and for them. They don't even know who they cook that chop. If you imagine, you be a whole fund, you be a whole chief. You don't know who they cook the chop with the chop. So, with time, when I go see all of them go start for run. The more they see Ambazonian progress, as Dr. Chodi step out and regain the freedom, it will be at the end of Cameroon occupation. I want to thank the forces for one state. I know we'll call the state a name because when we do these things, it creates a lot of infighting. People will start for fight because they feel say they don't lose their power. I want to thank all the forces for one state. We last week, all the commanders and the general for one state for Ambazonia, they come together after 8 years. They said they want to work directly under the Ambazonia Governing Council. They want to align all of themselves for be directly under the Ambazonia Governing Council. See, they are fighting go be now for under the Ambazonia Governing Council so that the Ambazonia Governing Council now go represent them for any negotiation. We promise for unite all the forces on the ground. And a big step this forward. And I want to thank all the various coordinators of these forces on the ground. And as we promise, the Ambazonia Governing Council will stand behind these forces. We will provide the necessary leadership where they need them, help them, make them become more effective, do our best to take good care of them as Ambazonians. We need to do them because we want to make everybody come under the egg of sea. And the system they choose to come under the egg of sea because of the structure, because of our honesty, because of our hard work, because of our love we get them for ground zero. Everybody they see the honesty of our work, they see our dedication, they see our commitment. We do them with clean heart, without any expectation. But just will give glory for our people then. For give a better future for our picking them. For make our mommy they may be proud of we. For stop our mommy they are suffering. Make our mommy they not suffer again. Make our papa they not be humiliated again. And for free our people them from all this pain and this suffering where they don't live there, for the past 64 years. That's a very long time. We want to put them to an end and give our people them a bright future. Everybody deserves a bright future. Every mommy need for go for bed in peace. Every papa need for go for bed in peace. Every young person need for wake up for work for his own quarter and his own neighborhood freely as a young person. But that's not the case today for Ambazonia. You show a head for outside anyhow, a bullet will catch you. Or you end up at the back of a truck of a colonial military. Or you be tortured, or they kill you and dump your body somewhere. Or as we announced for last week, and only the key what people them now. The key what people them now, they cut their bodies, remove their body parts, and go sell the body parts for Cameroon. That is what has become of the Cameroon bees. They need to fight war anymore. They trade now in human body parts. That's the satanic and the barbaric nature of these people then. They need only burn our people their houses. They need only burn our farms, destroy our crops, and destroy our businesses. They steal, they use their gun, they catch young Ambazonian males. They catch them, seize their bikes, lock them up, and then take their bikes, go sell them for La Republique. Kill while picking them. Kill young men, kill young women. Cut their body into pieces and take their body parts and go sell them for Cameroon. For rituals. Now they don't go from economic exploitation to trading in human body parts. That's what the thing that they call the bees. That the satanic, occultic people then that would deal with. That's why we must get rid of them. So we're going to be very, very hopeful with the fight who don't put them on Norway. I want to thank all Ambazonian Mamidem. I want to thank all the families who did not pray for the leader. I want to thank una plenty. Una prayers that don't be answered. I want to thank all the people that don't spend months and months for fast for this man. Make it a gunny freedom. I want to thank una plenty. I want to thank the women then when they don't come together for form mastermind groups. For channel energy in other ways and in other means. For make sure say the leader be released. I want to thank una plenty. I want to thank the compassion with thousands of Ambazonians they don't extend them to Dr. Chouani family. If you imagine what a woman don't go through in the last 5.5 months. If you imagine what a picking they don't go through. If you imagine what a Siseko Ayoktabe woman don't go through. What a Pata sang a woman and a picking and pan for any woman and a picking them and their families they don't go through. If you imagine what a Mancho BBC and the family they don't go through. We'll be a compassionate people. We'll be a caring people. I want to call on all Ambazonians. Make una not leave them the evil and the satanic nature of Cameroon, a change who will be as a people. During this very difficult phase of our existence, God need to punish we. God the only call we for be the best. The liberation not been a punishment to anybody. But a challenge for we for rise up. For be stronger, more brave, more courageous, more caring, more tenacious. For get more grace. for be more determined, for get more faith, for be more loving, for be more supportive, for be more concerned about one another. So not be a punishment, but a challenge to rise up and embrace your divineness. And I call for you for love more. And I call for you for care more. And I call for you for believe more. Reach out to these families and give them the support with them and they are picking the need, so that the feet endure. I want to thank a sister who called me over the weekend. Ambazonians, they watch what you do always. They know the honest work, the sincerity, the caring, and the sacrifices so they make them on behalf of our people. A caring sister called me last week. She tell me, say, brother, we don't do watch what you do. We do with plenty, we see them. We'll be very thankful. We admire the courage. We admire the sacrifices. We want to make them on behalf of all. I don't stay for out here. I would like to go me back home. I miss back home. We miss our families. I don't hear what did happen with the leader. We'll be very hopeful with the news. $500 this for humanitarian support. Now take a help the leader and family. We don't know how they begin at the chop now, as their papa not there. We hope that these $500 it will make a difference. That's what it means to be an Ambazonian. Okay? Love more. Care more. Let God's Spirit touch you more. Be more compassionate. Care more. Ambazonia Governing Council, be very open for work, for fine collaboration with other nationalist movements. Would it be honest for collaborate on things and we get a common interest on and things and projects we work on. Our goal now for the Gulf Sea, for unite all the forces on the ground because we know where they come. We go for staff to prepare the ground for the arrival, for the re-emergence of the leader. It could be in a different ball game. We'll be very hopeful. I thank you plenty. And I thank ACM plenty for the extra time where they give you. We'll be only scheduled only 30 minutes. ACM say, take your time. You get extra time. Go talk for our people there. We thank you plenty. Ground Zero, God bless you now. The focus on economic, for stop all economic exploitation for Ambazonia. And Brazzaville now one of them. And I get a great evening.
You don't ever see play way. Now you, they provide the means. Now you, they provide sponsorship. Now you, they give your enemy the financial capacity to kill you. And that's some very strange thing. It happens for eye. It happens for face for Ambazonia. Una no go believe say Brazzaville du Cameroon, they make 200 billion every year only for Ambazonia. They don't turn to picking them and brother and sister into drunkard them. 200 billion.
Les Camerounais ont bu l'année passée, chiffre de brasserie, 600 millions de litres de bière. L'équivalent d'un fleuve, c'est-à-dire le Vouri, du début jusqu'à la fin. La question c'est, est-ce qu'on peut développer un pays avec des soulards?
Just imagine that kind of money, 200 billion, where they make all over Ambazonia. Case done there for court for the past 5 months for Norway, where they don't arrest Dr. Cho Ayaba, leader of Ambazonia War of Independence. They know they want to let it go. Die minute, that way George Olasi and say no, this is so don't tie for their neck. They don't do all kind of research. They don't interview all kind of man. They say and say, he never commit no war crime, no crime against humanity. It is just fight for rights of the people. They don't get no case against it. The police prosecutor for Norway, where they represent Norwegian government, he tie grass. That way George doesn't give a release Ayaba. Because nothing no devil hold against the man. The man will be no bad man, never commit no crime. Last. Proof la comment c'est na France devil bagditing. So we talk na true no. C'est na France we devil bagditing with the cash Ayaba. That way George don't say all case no there against this man. He gave release the man. Prosecutor, he dey stand me baba for front George. He does say, but Ayaba no be give correct answer. That way they be asking why he ban Brazzaville. Which day Norway get interest for Brazzaville to Cameroon? Which day Norway get interest for Brazzaville to Cameroon? Dr. Cho Ayaba, the man. The man be talk and say, we need to put a cost to the occupation. Ambazonia need to be understand. If Ambazonia they be follow the ground from the start for the war, massa, independent from countries. They go stand for back chief pastor them. How prosecutor for Norway, they try to protect France interest for Isa Cameroon. For Ambazonia, where doctor don't ban Brazilian product for Ambazonia. Prosecutor for Norway, millions of miles away. They ask why doctor ban Brazil for Ambazonia. So na see on France video back auditing. Cameroon is bankrupt. Dr. Cho a policy for this war don't come to fruition. It don't work. It be talk. Let us put a cost to the occupation. We see with two eyes so clear. He bad to take that prosecutor. He vexed us. He go appeal him. You see another woman. France don't bribe that woman. So Norway, they claim human rights. Wait. They also bribe them. They don't bribe Norway. Norway don't disgrace itself. Nothing no go stop Ambazonia independence. Nothing. Would work at the go.
Live video. You know day. You know your life.
Small would work at the go. We will get the independence. Cameroon will ever come back. All that Brazil put out, no. Any man will see how they say Brazil put up. From Fako to Ndian to Lebialem to Meme to Manu to Coupe Maninguba. Donga Mantung. Bui. Ngoktuja Mezam. Mentum. The cash man. They say Brazil product. If they burn a whole bar, me no blame no man. We no go sponsor our enemy for can commit genocide on our people. A word to the wise. He correct na correct.
Resonant chants are tempered by the approach of King Quetzalcoatl. 20,000 men are arrayed variously in ostrich feathers and jaguar pelts, and in their hands shields and iron-tipped spears. The king addresses them. I have not gone over the seas to look for the white man, yet they have come into my country, and I would not be surprised